I'll make this a second time since the first time corrupted. Somebody was asking about this 300, see if I still had it. Yes, I do. For some reason, I cannot get it to sell worth a darn. I'm thinking it's probably just because I don't have a front rack on it, even though this model year isn't supposed to have one. For the bumper it's got, because there's no rack mounting points, just these plastics are supposed to have one. Second thing, pretty much I'm parting out all three of these three-wheelers here, so if there's something you need, let me know. But I probably got it between all of them. Then somebody actually was kind enough to send me a message and was actually telling me about my truck, that it could have an updated timing cover on it, in which it does. I'm not going to open this up, but in here there's a recall sticker with a part number on it. So that's all good. And I've just been fixing small stuff on this truck and fixing all the little paint chips from where I think a battery blew up. Either that or somebody got brake fluid all over it. And redid the pinstripes, and I started to fix that gooseneck spot, and I actually got it to be pretty nice, but I screwed up and used a different type of primer instead of getting something different. So now I got to sand off all this primer because it cracked. It wasn't because I got it too thick, it was because it actually cracked. And I got to fix that. And this overspray, it comes off real easy. You just got to rub it a little bit. Anyway, I pretty much just screwed this up because I used a different type of primer that was fast drying and the other stuff wasn't, and you can actually see the two different coats. And this part is childish, but it really pissed me off, so I decided to mutilate it, and it made me feel better at the time. And yeah, so that looks like shit, but I'll get it fixed eventually. And about everything else is fine, except for I need 1/4-inch wheel spacers so I can get my hubcaps on, because these are 3rd generation wheels apparently, and this part right here actually holds out on the hubcaps and they won't go in right. Let's see, the blue 300, still waiting on custom parts. The 350, put it on pause again just because I wanted to. This, I'm eventually going to do a whole step-by-step of an NV 4500 swap in it to get rid of the automatic that's in this. And about the only other thing I know is I cut and trimmed the 32.5-inch mambas I had with a Harbor Freight oscillating tool. Anyway, what somebody told me, which they're probably right because they are a pretty knowledgeable person about the way tires are designed. The reason they perform a lot better when you just get rid of these little side lugs, just those little worthless side lugs all the way around it, is the mud. Well, these are just so it rides smooth right here, but the mud goes here and it kind of squishes in and then gets shoveled out. And what his guess was, and is probably an educated guess because this guy's pretty good at what he does and he messes with designing tires and stuff, is that the mud gets caught, especially like clay and silty, sticky stuff. It gets caught on these little lugs and it won't clear out right. So he also thought it was a great idea to trim them, and I'm not going to cut half of these off just because it takes away from the looks, and I'm sure these are going to perform awesome for the type of mud we got around here. But stay tuned, and eventually we'll get all the 4-wheeler stuff done, and probably in like 7 or 8 months I'll probably start swapping the transmission that I gotta get still into that truck.